Hey everybody, we're going to talk about a word on today's What Does This Mean episode that is important when we talk about emotions. So, how do you choose what words to use when you talk about emotions in English? That's what today's episode is about. Please listen to the words from my friend Sora the Japanese, and then we will get started.
今日のエピソードでは英語圏である西洋諸国における特定の社会的状況についての重要なソーシャルイングリッシュのヒントをお教えします。アメリカ、カナダ、イギリス、その他の英語圏の国で実際に使えるように英会話のスキルアップに焦点を当てた社会的状況に関する大事なヒントを聞きながら学んでいきます。
Hey everybody, Percy here. Welcome back to another episode of the Social English Podcast. And I just want to say, if you are a new listener to the podcast, I want to say welcome to the podcast, and I am glad you are able to join us today for today's episode. Now, if you are a returning listener, I want to say thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for your support, and I can't wait to give you more very interesting episodes for you to listen to. Okay, so today on the Social English Podcast, we are going to have another What Does This Mean episode. So, in our What Does This Mean episodes, we will cover a word that you may not be familiar with, or you know one meaning, but you don't know the social English meaning, the way it is used in conversation today, these days, okay? So, what does the word that we're talking about today mean? So, today's word is the word moving. It is a word that can talk about many different things. In English, we use this word moving to talk about many different things. But today, I'm going to talk about how moving is used in social situations. Okay? So we're going to use it in social situations. You will hear this word used a lot if you read things in English about magazines, from magazines or newspapers sometimes, or you watch a review of something on Netflix. But first, let's talk about what you might know. you might know the normal word, and you might know what the normal word means. Okay, so let's talk about the normal word, okay? Let's talk about the normal word moving, because moving is, once again, today's what does this mean word. So let's define it. Moving, operating, or in motion. Once again, in motion or operating. Okay? Here is moving in an example sentence. Yesterday, when I was moving from Tokyo to Osaka, I forgot to bring my dog. Here it is again. Yesterday, when I was moving from Tokyo to Osaka, I forgot to bring my dog. Okay? Poor dog. That's the original meaning of moving. So let's go into a different meaning of moving, okay? This is a social English version of moving. Please listen to this. This is a new way how to use it. Moving is an expression of emotion. That's something you experienced. You had deep, warm, heartfelt appreciation for the experience. Here's an example. I went to my sister's wedding ceremony. Her husband gave a moving speech. I watched my brother's football game. The last play was very moving and exciting. Okay. So we use moving a lot when we want to talk about. Actually, I will stop right there. We don't use moving a lot because it is a very strong word to use for emotions. Just like when people use expletives or curse words or bad words, you don't hear people use these words in a row because they're supposed to have a meaning and a strong meaning to what the speaker is saying. That's why the less you use, the stronger the power of the word. So with moving, you really want to use it when you really want to talk about something special. There's something very special, so that the person who is listening to you really understands how powerful that experience was.
この章を気に入っていただけたら、5つ星のレビューをぜひお願いします。コメントは英語か日本語でお書きいただければ喜んで読ませていただきます。リアルソーシャルイングリッシュ .com にアクセスしてぜひ無料でダウンロードしてください。ほとんどの日本人の英語を勉強している人がやってしまいがちな7つの間違いとその正しい言い方。また、毎日英語を上達させるのに役立つ資料もたくさんあります。Apple Podcast、Google Podcast、Stitcher、そして今はパンドラでもポッドキャストを購読いただきます。支援者になっていただけませんか？私たちがこの章を作るための支援として5ドルの寄付をお願いできませんか？今後のエピソードで感謝の気持ちをお伝えします。また、そこでしか利用できない新しいコンテンツも入手できます。patreon.com/socialenglish からご参加ください。ソーシャルメディアで私たちのポッドキャストを友達にシェアしたり、Twitter、Facebook、Instagram のフォローをお願いします。
So there you have it, everyone. Now you know what the word moving is in a different context. Remember that many people use this word, but it is a special word that is not used often. So now that you know what moving means in a conversational way, with conversational social English, I challenge you. Try to use moving in a sentence today. Not a basic English sentence, but a conversation speaking in English, okay? Conversational speaking English, okay? Social English. Please try to use this word in a sentence. Practice using the word with a friend of yours. Do you have a friend that's also learning English? Maybe you can use English in your English classroom for one of your speeches. Or you can just practice with your English avatar from the Social English Podcast. Practice, practice, practice so you can get better at speaking English just a little bit every single day. Don't forget to listen to episodes 126 to 131. I really want you to get better at understanding conversation structures. Basic conversation from a stranger, someone you are meeting, someone you meet for the first time. What is the structure? What is the pattern of the conversation? Listen to episodes 126 through 131 to really understand this on a deep level. Once you understand this, you can learn how to have further conversations, meaningful, and meet new good friends for life that really are interested in you and what you have to say. Okay, so with that being said, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Write us a review so we can help more people get better at English. That's another challenge for you today. Tell your friends to listen to the podcast. And also, I want to wish you a very great day today. Thank you for listening. Have an awesome day. I know you will. Think positive, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace and love.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. バイバイ。